Hi, welcome back to Orlando Experience. So today we're at Animal Kingdom right now, and I figured we'd go around today and talk about all the D23 announcements. I know that was a little bit ago, but I figured we'd bring you guys along, talk about everything, and if you haven't seen, we got a lot of surprises in store. So we're going to be heading into Animal Kingdom right now and head back to the Tree of Life for our first big announcement. So we're back here by the Tree of Life, and obviously the show inside the Tree of Life at the moment is Tough to Be a Bug. I think overall it's been losing its popularity, but it is getting something new. The new show, it's going to be Zootopia. That, again, was rumored for a long time, so I don't think that's any surprise there. I will say I'm excited for the show. I think it's a good replacement. I know a lot of people don't like Tough to Be a Bug at all, but I do think Tough to Be a Bug will be missed. I'll miss it personally. I do like the ending. I know a lot of people don't like it, and I know that's probably not going to stay with the Zootopia one, but I think it's hilarious when you take people in there for the first time. Zootopia seems like it's going to be good. We don't know the theme, just Zootopia right now. But I kind of wish, this is a personal bias, but I do wish they put kind of more of a conservation show in here. I know that will get like nobody watching it after like a month, but I am a big fan of Awesome Planet, so if they did something like that for wildlife, I think I would love it, but I know it will not do well. So now we're going to be heading over to Dinoland for our newest land over here at Animal Kingdom. So over here at Dinoland, we are going to be saying bye to both Donald's Dino Bash, because obviously the whole land's going, but we're also going to be saying bye to the entire land that will be making its way into Tropical Americas. That brings a lot of new rides to the spot. So our first attraction for our new land back here is actually kind of over here, where you're gonna walk in kind of from Everest and stuff. The entrance seems to be kind of behind me, and it is going to be taking the place of the Dino Dig. So Dino Dig will no longer be here, obviously. And it's going to be a carousel that some people I know, it's a carousel, not that many people are excited, but I think it looks really good. It's going to be kind of like handcrafted wood animal kind of look to them, and I don't know, I think that's going to be cool. It's good for capacity, and it's really good for kids. So I think it's a perfect addition to this area. So as soon as you enter through this back entrance when you're coming from Everest, you do enter Dinorama, and this is going to be kind of just a walkway when it gets redone, but right behind me is where the casita is going to be, and that's where the Encanto ride is. So it's going to be themed kind of around Antonio's gift, and it's going to be the day after he gets his gift. So obviously heavy on the animal theme because he can speak to animals, and that's what it's going to be about. It's going to be all that. I do anticipate this being a much slower ride. It looks like a dark boat ride kind of thing, similar to stuff they've built overseas, like the new Frozen ride. But I anticipate this having a lot of cool effects. I think this will be a great family ride overall, and I'm very excited to see what they can do with this. And don't get me wrong, I do love Dinoland. This is still one of my favorite areas, but it is such a shell of its former self. We're missing so much back here, including a whole ride, and it's had its days, so I'm excited for something new to come back here. We've come back to the area where I think people will be the most sad to see something go. So we've made it back here to the Dino Institute. This is where Dinosaur is, and I'm a big fan of Dinosaur, don't get me wrong, but I was a little skeptical at first when I heard Indiana Jones was a big rumor coming back here, but now actually knowing what it is, I'm actually fairly excited for it. So Dinosaur's obviously getting replaced with the rest of Tropical America. Here's a few clips.
The Dino Institute has created the Time Rope.
Hello there! Got a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon. Securely locked. Access denied. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates. We're in.
Raptor. Time to get serious. Marking autopilot on homing signal now. Oh, could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify. Definitely not our dino. Go!
Seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now. Keep going.
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive. Move it. Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus.
That's it. Abort mission. Abort.
Iguanodon.
Forget it. Get them out now.
Impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you?
But this is all getting obviously turned into Indiana Jones, as it's been rumored for so long. This is going to be kind of turned into Indiana Jones. He's going into a Mayan temple that there's rumors of a legendary beast living down in the temple. So originally I was scared that we were just getting, another Indiana Jones copycat like they've put everywhere else. But it does actually seem like we're getting something unique, and I'm very excited. The facade looks great, as you can see with this concept art. I think overall it's going to be a great ride, and I think people are going to end up loving it. So now that we're done with Animal Kingdom announcements, we're heading to the bus loop to head to our next park. So we have made it over here to Hollywood Studios now, and we're gonna be heading back towards Muppets to talk about our new stuff, but I figured we'd stop by over at Animation Courtyard real quick to talk about something else. As a quick detour real quick, I just wanted to mention Voyage of the Little Mermaid is supposed to still reopen here soon. I think it's supposed to be October, fall sometime. I think it was supposed to open this summer, but it has now been pushed back, so maybe we'll see it soon. So we've made our way back here behind Muppets, kind of towards Pizza Rizzo's, and actually next to the Muppet shop that used to be right behind me. This isn't for sure, so I don't want anyone to freak out or anything, because it's not been officially announced, but we do know Metropolis is coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Where? Not sure. Again, don't freak out, but there is a chance that Muppets goes away. It is only a chance, obviously. I think it would make a little more sense if they took out this back area, that's why I'm back here, and kind of built Muppets back that. But I will say, I think the only two places that make sense is either back here or back over by Animation Courtyard, just with kind of the area that they have to build and how big this area is going to be. But I think it would make more sense back here and just take out this back area, build over the road back there, and build Metropolis back here, because it would be a nice sightline walking in. But Metropolis is going to be our newest land to Hollywood Studios, and I'm very excited because it's Disney's first suspended coaster that will be back here, that will theme to kind of to the Door Factory. That sounds really cool. I think a suspended coaster themed to that will be really neat. And I think the whole land looks great from concept art. I mean, having Monstropolis, I think, will be a great look area. I think they could have a really unique restaurant in there. I think it's the first movie they had like a kind of like Japanese restaurant in there that I definitely think they could do and theme it to kind of the squid making the food. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, new area. I'm excited for increased capacity. that always helps. That's why I'm hoping they don't take out Muppets, because then you're trading an attraction for another attraction. But overall, great new addition to Hollywood Studios back here. I will say, I think people are freaking out a little too much. I think speculation is speculation. Most people just throw it out there and it just say, oh, this is where it might be, and then it spirals out of control on Twitter. So I would definitely say wait until Disney announces anything before we freak out about everything. But I'm going to destroy these chicken tenders, and then we're going to be heading to our next park. So we finally made it to Epcot just in time. Skyliner just went down almost right after we got off. The big storm's rolling in, so hoping to get up to the front and film all the stuff for the front of Epcot before we head over to Magic. But I won't bore you with my walk up there, so I'll just meet you up near Test Track. So I've made it over here to Future World. We are obviously in front of Test Track that is clearly not open. They have walls up now basically everywhere. And you can even see the awning all above it is all gone. It's naked now. So Test Track's getting reimagined, similar kind of to what they've been doing recently with a lot of older rides. It's just getting an update. It's going to go back into kind of the World of Motion theme, but it's still going to be the Test Track we know and love. It's going to be still very similar to what it was before. It's still going to have the same ride system, I'm hoping with a little bit of updates, because it was definitely having a little more downtime towards its end of its life. I will say, I think I have all the rides in this park. I don't think this one would needed it the most, but I understand it's a sponsored ride, so they kind of need to redo it every once in a while. But I'm excited for this one. I think the retheme, could be really cool, and they could add a lot of cool special effects and stuff. And the old one was starting to feel pretty dated. I do kind of hope they bring back some sort of car creator or some creator in it. I don't think they will, but, you know, I can dream. We're going to head towards the Epcot ball for one more thing, and then we'll be heading to Magic. So the other thing that's going to be over here at Epcot that got announced is there is going to be a new lounge, seemingly, I don't know for sure about that. I couldn't find an exact location, but when you're looking at the concept art, it kind of is looking straight down this way, so it makes sense that it's up there. But it's looking pretty nice. I mean, overall, it looks like a nice lounge. It's not somewhere I think I will frequent, but I can see myself going there once or twice, especially kind of during the afternoon with all the lights kind of out here in this main plaza area of Epcot now. I think it will look really nice up there. So if you're into lounges, this new one, I bet you'll love it. Well, it's starting to rain, so that signals our time to go get on the monorail. We're heading to our last park. Well, I had this really cool idea to take both the monorails over to Magic as our final transit, but I don't think we're getting that. This storm has moved in, and it doesn't look like it's going to be leaving anytime soon, at least in the area. So I hopped off the monorail after sitting there for like 15 minutes, and I'm heading over to the buses right now. So we finally made it over to Magic. Only a few seconds for you guys. It was over an hour for me. That was quite the trip over here. Storms have stopped for now. Doesn't look like it's going to be super long until they start up again. So we're going to walk through Magic pretty quick here. But the first thing we're going to talk about is actually right here on Main Street. So we're going to walk and talk this, but they did announce officially that we are getting a new nighttime parade here. So surprisingly not the biggest announcement for this park by a long shot, but I definitely am excited to see it. Obviously not had a nighttime parade for a very, very long time. So I'm glad they're bringing it back, and I think that was a good announcement on them. And it's looking like it could be pretty fun. So back here towards the back of Adventureland, next to Pirates, we are going to be getting a new kind of tavern bar type restaurant. I'm not actually for sure where this is. I saw construction walls here and I was like, that's funny. So I don't know where it's going to be. It's, I think, supposedly going to be back where they had like the pirate makeup. Again, I'm not 100% sure where that is, but they are going to have it and it looks pretty interesting. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be a big addition, and I think the area inside is going to be pretty small, so it's going to be hard to get reservations, but still a cool one nonetheless. So we are coming up on our biggest change here in any of the parks, not just Magic, and this is the one that's definitely got the most hate. But I want you to hear me out. I'll talk a little bit about it and why I'm actually super excited for this. So we're over here at the Rivers of America, where Tom Sawyer's Island and the boat is, it's all going away. I don't think that's a shock to that many people watching this video, because you probably know mostly what's going on. But this is all, what I'm standing on, this dock area, this is all going. It's all going to be replaced by two new lands. First, this kind of main section here where Tom Sawyer's is and stuff, it's going to be cars. It's going to be themed to kind of the mountainous, it's going to be Frontierland themed, obviously. It's been kind of described as looking like Grizzly Peak over at California Adventure. So I'm pretty excited. I'm kind of not always for so much IP in this park, because I think that's what it drives off of, is not IP things. But at least it's not its own land. It's part of Frontierland. And then the main attraction, not really sure about the ride system, but it seems like we're going to be off-roading in some cars, going through like mud puddles and all throughout the land. And again, it's replacing everything over here. Like, there's going to be no more boat, no more Tom Sawyer, no more anything like that. So bear with me, but I don't think this is a bad change. I understand Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat are just so classic Disney. That is Magic Kingdom. This is kind of a classic sightline of the park. And I get that. I 100% get why people want to preserve it and they want it to stay. But I think overall, I think this is such a change for the better. I've probably gone to Tom Sawyer and ridden the boat probably once this entire year, and I go to the parks a lot. And I know that's the same for a lot of people out there. So I would say give it a chance. Let's see what they build, and I think it will overall be a great experience. But then we come to our last announcement. Another kind of extension of what we just talked about. Behind all that is going to be villains. I was very shocked by this, because going into D23, I wasn't expecting... I don't want to say I wasn't expecting a lot, but I wasn't expecting such big announcements. I thought they were going to hold off and wait for Epic. Thank you, Universal, for building Epic, so they build all this. But villains, it's coming. But it's going to be all back there, kind of behind all of that new car stuff. And it's going to be a full land. We're going to have Maleficent's castle kind of up on a mountain. It's not going to be a full castle. It's going to use forced perspective, it looks like. It seems like we might have some sort of coaster, but this one we know a little less about, because it's probably the furthest out of all of them. But that doesn't mean it's probably the best announcement. I mean, people have been waiting for villains to be announced for years. I mean, this has been a thing. I've been circulating forums and stuff for years. People have been like, they're going to build a villains park. They're going to build a villains land at Magic. They're going to build a villains land at Hollywood Studios, was going around too. So it'll be very interesting to see what's all in there and how big it is, what they build in there. And I'm very excited to see kind of what they can do with it. The hype for this is going to be just insane because it's been speculated on for so long that people are gonna just go crazy when it opens. But obviously can't take much video of this one because it's going to be very in the far back. It'll be interesting to see if they keep the train running. I'm hoping they do because that thing was closed for a very long time. So hope they don't close it for a very long time again. But I think that's about it. I mean, we went around all the parks. Let me know if I missed anything. I don't think I did, but I've been walking around for 8 hours, so brain might have fried halfway. But overall, I'm excited for what Disney announced. Again, Universal, they forced their hand. They're building the new park, and with that, Disney knows they have to compete. So very glad that there's some competition going on finally, and we're gonna see more announced probably for Disney soon. I could definitely see more getting announced for Epcot. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked this. It again took a while. I hope this video brought a little more joy into your day, and we'll see you guys next time.